Hey man, hello and welcome to Two Grumpy Vets and a Dude. This is a show that each week allows for three friends to get together and live life intentionally. We do this by throwing a little social commentary with our own weird sense of humor and our thoughts together to show folks that having weekly conversations is a good way to help each other out, help men become better men. And so now on with the show with Bryan, Rich, and the Dude.
Mr. Bryan.
Hello. Sorry, I forget how many extra steps and buttons you had to push on freaking Zoom to get anything done. Like I'm trying to do 5 things at once. It's like, all right, start it.
Right.
Shit,
That's
gotta
why.
accept. Gotta send it. All right,
That's
fine,
why-
go.
That's why I jump on about 10 to 15 minutes early so I can get through
I'm gonna
all
have to
that.
move my alarm up 5 minutes.
Right.
So anyhow, so what's going on in your world?
Oh, not too much. We finally got a little bit of rain, a little over an inch overnight. I mean,
Oh,
the ground
nice.
soaked it up. So, I mean,
Oh
it's,
yeah,
it's not like it's muddy or nothing. It's been so
right.
damn dry.
Right.
I mowed my grass last week and I didn't even weed eat because the grass wasn't that tall, wasn't that thick. It was so sparse. I mean, I mowed it. It all looks good. Even the spots I didn't weed eat that I normally do.
Uh-huh.
It just had, I mean, and we're back to heat indexes of over 100.
Oh, well, yeah, heat index is over 100. Of course, we're starting off over 100. So,
Right. Well, I mean, we're,
yeah, y'all are sitting right around about 52 with a heat index of 103. So,
no, it's like 90s, but,
And
but
gee,
yeah.
can't you just wait for a couple more months so you'll be bitching about the cold
yep.
as well? Not just
Yeah, you're
bitching
right.
about the heat, but bitching about the
No,
cold.
I'm not bitching about the heat. I'm just letting you all know what it is. I'm not bitching about it, but I will
okay.
bitch about the cold. I guarantee that.
Yes, because your mom did not create a quitter. She created a whiner.
Yep.
You'll get shit done, but damned if everybody ain't going to hear it every step of the way.
Oh my
yeah.
God. That is my mantra.
So is it mine.
I'm going to do it, but I'm going to whine.
Yeah, I'm going to bitch about it till it's done.
The whole step forward, exactly.
Then I'm going to bitch some more because I had to do it.
Yep.
And it hurt.
And then when you stop, you're going to bitch some more because now you're stagnant and all your muscles are tightening up and now you're cramping.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, it's this week I haven't done much. Took Bella for a couple rides and everything this week. And actually yesterday I have been in this house 2 years as of yesterday.
It's already been 2 years.
Yeah, I know, right? I was sitting there on the front porch. I'm like, wow, this is like crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, same time I sit there and think back on mine, and I'm like, God damn, it's been 20 years.
Right.
How did I wind up sitting in the same place for 20 damn years? Didn't think that was allowed.
Right. Well, up in Missouri, I was up in Missouri, I think 6 years. Yeah, I think 6 years. And that's the longest I had ever stayed in one place in my life.
Wow.
Seriously, because most of the time when growing up, 4, maybe 5 years, and we were moving.
Right.
Job, whatever, we were moving. And, after the military, I did that too, because that's just the way I was. And finally, when I moved up to Missouri, when I left there to come down here, it had been like 6 years, and I'm like, holy cow. And now it's already 2 going by. So yeah, I just like, wow, that's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, time flies when you're not having fun.
Well,
yeah,
that's the thing. Where's this year going? Because middle of August already.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. So, yeah, no, it just, I don't know. I guess this week I just hadn't done too much. Last week kind of did me in, so I just haven't really done too much.
Well, I haven't done too much either. I mean, I get up out of bed and about 7:30 or so. And yes, I know I'm a late riser. Get over it. And it's like step outside because I'm trying to get. We had a windstorm about a month or so ago that had a bunch of my old dead crepe myrtle bush, blew it over, and so I've been having to go out, pull it apart, break it up, making a pile of it so I can take it and put it in the end of the dumpster and it not interfere with other people trying to use the dumpster too. But anyhow, so I'll get out there and I'll work for maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and I'm sitting there drenched, soaked to the bone.
Yo,
It's already, I went outside, it's already 97. It's like, son of a bitch, man. So I do that for a short amount of time, and then I come back in and I go to work on my website. So
well, that's cool.
fixing to start working on the podcast portion.
Okay, I was going to
So,
ask you about that.
yep. Got the website up. It's Sayer number 2 Weatherford.com. Not really anything up. I'm still working on. I got to work on the blog post here next, or not the main blog index page. It's kind of the next. I've been spending this morning or the most of the time just working on the trying to get the front sort of laid out kind of the way I want it. But now I've got it where all the Sayer news appears in one quarter, Elk City another quarter, Clinton another, and Weatherford and the third or fourth.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, got a podcast player up in the top right hand corner, and got it set to where I can actually adjust the colors. I can put in a hexadecimal number for whatever picture color I want, and yeah, it's turning out quite cuckoo.
Cool. Awesome.
So
Yeah, in fact, I actually proceeded with season 3 of my other podcast.
oh, did you? Good.
Yeah, I've got almost half the season done up.
Oh, okay. So you
All
get
right.
it all done and then schedule it out then.
Yeah, I've got 4 episodes recorded and scheduled.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just have to do the rest of the season. I have to write the rest actually first. which that's not too hard, but yeah, I went ahead and got those proceeded. And so they're set to drop starting Monday.
Okay.
So yeah,
So what, once a week?
Yeah, once a week.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I already had the first 2 seasons out, and the last one there dropped in June. June 21st was when it dropped.
Okay.
And yeah, I didn't record anything else until just this week, and those like I said, those will start dropping Monday.
Okay, good.
And I ain't done shit.
You ain't done diddly nor shit, huh?
I ain't done diddly nor shit when it comes to the conversation that you guys just had.
You haven't done. Well, you ain't working on your website.
Or
Yeah,
your
no.
podcast?
No.
Yeah, well,
no.
your podcast is the epitome of it. We've got the the rollerblader coming on because you are all sorts of hyper.
Does it show that bad?
Yeah, it
No.
does.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the reason why we used the Duuude was because that sounds like you're all nice and laid back, but we actually know it's not true. So everybody is listening, going, "Boy, that is a really a high strung dude right there.
High strung individual.
Oh, damn.
I was extremely high strung yesterday.
No, do tell.
Do tell. You know the clip that comes over Facebook that says there's an announcement being made over the loudspeaker so everybody in the office is listening, and they announce that you can redeem 3 PTO hours for 1 throat chop as of today. Right? I would
Uh-huh.
have used up all my fucking vacation, my sick time, my other, I can't remember what they give us 3 days a year that doesn't go against your PTO or your sick time. It's just days off or hours off.
Right.
Man, I would not have been able to come down on cruising the coast.
Why?
If that
If
would have been the case yesterday, I would have blown through all my fucking time and probably my bank sick time of 160 hours. So there's another month. I haven't even calculated, how many throat chops that would be. But it'd be a lot. Man,
Yeah, it would be a lot.
yeah. I just wanted to, I wanted to hurt some, not hurt, hurt's a strong word.
Well, what's a
Severely
throat
maim.
chop? It hurts.
Slightly maim.
Dehabilitate.
Dehabilitate, lovingly incapacitate.
There, oh, I like that. Lovingly incapacitate. So Tuesday, when I got back, half my load was pulled for Ennis. I'm like, cool. And then, but the stuff that was pulled was full pallets of a particular gas. So I had, and we can fit on the 200s and 300s, we can fit 15 cylinders on a pallet. How hard is it to go pick up 6 pallets of oxygen 200s and set them over in a staging area? Kind of like the packs, 1 pack per pallet. How hard is it? That's the only thing that they did. Granted, it was half the load. So I get in about, 6:45-ish because I'm like, I still got to do the pre-trip. I have to do everything else in preparations of leaving, while they're still working on collecting up all the cylinders. I loaded from the pump room 2 pallets of nitrogen UHP 300s, basically 30 cylinders on a pallet.
UHP, ultra high pressure. Is that what that stands
Ultra high
for?
purity.
Oh.
No, ultra high purity. So basically no moisture in the gas. So in that same time frame, the loader hadn't even, I think he loaded up on the pallet 4 M6 medical cylinders. An M6 you can fit in your back pocket. He had loaded 4 of those on the pallet, and there was only 147 more to load. I'm like, God, that just upset my apple cart.
Right.
Because this dude has gotten to be so fucking slow. So I didn't leave the plant until 10:30. And I was the first truck out.
Damn.
Oh, son of a gun.
Oh yeah. So I'm doing my paperwork. Mike comes in because he had something. I think he had an appointment. And he comes in at 10 into the lobby and he sees me sitting there. He's like, "Why are you still here?" I'm like, because the load is just now gotten pulled and I inventoried it and I'm just now getting paperwork. So this was what, and I pointed at him what was pulled yesterday, which was full pallets of stuff. And then and the loader gets there at, it's either 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It takes you 5 hours to pull half a truckload. I could have pulled the same shit in like 50 minutes to an hour.
Right.
And he's
So is this
asking me
the
why am I
same trouble kid that is always causing
No,
you consternation?
no.
No, different kid.
He's different kid.
Hmm.
Now that kid, he's moved into the pump room.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's
I'm not going to go in. I'm
yeah.
not going to
No,
go into that.
we don't need you going into orbit. So
So he's now pumping the cryogenic vessels, the VGLs, Duuude, whatever you call them. And, in all of my process of doing my walking around, getting stuff, doing my trip, something like that, I can tell you everything that's going on in that facility within the first 5 minutes of me stepping foot on the facility,
right.
of what progress everybody has made, etc. So I was also waiting on a oxygen USP VGL that were quarantined because they hadn't been analyzed and or released. I'm like, it's the same thing. I through there a few times and the quarantine on it, and then I saw that he was analyzing it, and about 15 minutes later, I come by and says, have the oxygen VGLs been released yet? Kind of in a louder tone.
Right.
And he said, yes, they've been released. I'm like, cool. So I start going to get pallets to put those on pallets that I need and then move them over by my truck. That individual, goes and tells the assistant plant manager, which is his boss, that I'm yelling at him.
Oh,
So, and I was talking to Ty. He's the assistant plant manager. He's over the pump room, the fillers, and the loaders. So we got into a conversation. I'm like, why these guys come in at 4 o'clock in the morning? Why am I still waiting on stuff? He's like, well, the UHPs. Says, do you know what the process is of UHPs? I'm like, no, I don't have a clue. I've never pumped them. So he told me the process. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
holding you back.
So why wasn't this stuff done yesterday? At least half of what I needed yesterday. We're trying to pump for the day, 2 days ahead, not the day of. Whatever
Right.
happened to that? So, and then he told me that kid told him that I was yelling at him and that he took an offense to it. And I
Build a
looked at
bridge.
Ty.
Get the frick over it, kid.
I looked at Ty and I'm like, he fucking seriously said that? He's like, does he not know that if I am yelling, everybody from the pump room is going to come out of the pump room to see what the ruckus is? Mike may even come out of his office because if I'm yelling, I am that loud. Go figure. But because
You
I
might
was
need to go ahead and
talking
just give
loud,
him a little demonstration sometime. Go, oh, and by the way, and then just go, look at this fucking yelling. And just, so he has a reference.
Then he'd wind up in HR because it
Well,
sounds
yeah,
like
no,
sounds
he could
like
just
this
go, well,
kid
I was
would
just,
start
he
crying.
said I was yelling beforehand, and so I was just giving him a demonstration of what actual yelling is. It's not my fault. He's a weak spine, limp dick piece of shit. Sorry, but I can't help how he is. Can't help that he takes offense if I say hi in the wrong voice. That's beyond my ability.
Right.
so I am so beyond agitated
Right.
before my boss comes in and then he asks me why am I still here. It's like because, well, it took 4 hours to pull half of the load of a truck. Mind you, I was helping as well. I'm
Yeah.
like, Mike, you know what the issue is. You got to fix it. So they had to talk with the loaders. How that fucking went, I don't know. But that will last for about, if they brought up their time management skills, that will last for all of about a week at most.
Yep.
And we'll be in the same situation again that we are. So I'm like, something's got to give. Either don't say anything to me because you know why I'm still here. Don't say anything to me. Talk to the rest of the area that is holding me, because you know damn well all the drivers want to get the hell out of there. Get on the road, get doing their job. They don't just standing around.
Wonder how much trouble would you get in if you were to just take it upon yourself to, if you got in, like an hour or 2 hours early, would you just start loading your stuff with what you got, or do you not get what you're getting until the following day?
Oh, I already know. The next day's load sheet are printed in the morning.
Oh, okay. So,
and I'm usually there to see what kind of load I'm looking at for the next day. Just my back. So, and yesterday, my backwards planning went to hell because I was asked to go to a longer distance tomorrow than I had planned on, because I had planned on getting some other stuff done on my truck that I needed to do. So, with that said, it's not going to get done tomorrow. Hopefully, it gets done Monday, but we'll see.
Hopa.
Hopefully. And so I look at what's been pulled when I get in, just to see how long it's going to take me to get this load packaged, pumped. There's no to have to pump in the morning for me to get this load. And then I call the branch and told them about how we did it Wednesday. We're going to help to do, because they want to use handhelds. The handhelds doesn't put things by pallet. It combines all of the same cylinder by gas and size that's on the entire truck. The system consolidates everything, which is, again, a pain in the ass.
Right.
So, and the way they did it on Wednesday, if Daniel didn't know how it was done, if I didn't call him after I got back on Wednesday, he would have just looked at it and says, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ain't even gonna count the motherfucker.
Right.
And I don't blame him. However, it was accurate, so he wouldn't have had to fucking count it anyway. And I called him to let him know, if you're going to use the handhelds, we're going to put it all as the load of the truck, not like what we did on Wednesday, because that's going to just confuse the hell out of everybody. And he said, well, I talked to Mike and seeing how big the load is for Monday, if you can't bring it on Friday. Because last Friday, they ran the numbers for Monday's load and it only came up to 5 pallets. Well, it could fit on my truck. With Friday's load and Monday's load, I still had plenty of room on the truck for more stuff. And so that's what Sam told me, is that they're going to look at it in the morning to see if, what the load for Monday is looking like, that have it come up on Friday. I'm like, Sam, you just added 2 hours to my freaking day. Right there. You added day at the plant.
Yep.
So, but, I give a fuck. I don't have anything, I ain't going to races tomorrow night because nobody's got sprint cars racing. So they pay me by the hour. If I get 14 hours, they're going to ask me why. They're going to ask me why. And I'm going to say, because it's the same shit every damn day.
You need to ask the boys in the pump room and the loaders because apparently they have too much fun putting thumbs up their butts.
You know, and I told Ty, it's like, you know what? These people seem to just want to fucking stand around and talk. It's like, you know what? If their hands aren't moving, their lips should be fucking closed. Now, if they can fucking move shit around and do their job with their hands while talking, okay, I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to stand around while people are fucking waiting on you, it gets annoying. But, you know, that's my life. But yeah, you're lucky we weren't allowed that, Rich, because I would not have been able to come down for cruising the coast.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'm glad they didn't implement that. So
Yeah.
so you're still coming.
And he appreciates you still maintaining restraint.
Yes, I do. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, so I'm still coming. Still got.
Unless they make
Let's
the
see,
offer again.
Yeah, well, yeah, if they fucking made that offer, I'm sure that I would get all my throat chopping in first, because there would be a line out the door for people to throat chop me. Out the door and around the fucking building, I'm sure. That's how long that line would be. Then I wouldn't be
Right.
able to talk on a podcast, so, you know, so. But yeah, we are now in the middle of August. I still have 4 weeks to burn. Obviously, cruising the coast. So I extended that vacation time instead of, let's see, 5, 6, 7 vacation days. I decided to just take 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then another week. And so here it is. In the middle of September, I go on vacation for a week. Then I come back for a week. Then I go on vacation for 2 weeks.
There you go.
And I still will have a week's worth of time before the end of the year that I have to use up. And my boss asked me, how are you going to take the rest of your time? I'm like, probably a couple 4-day weekends. He's like, okay, good. That sounds excellent.
I'd have told him I'll freaking take the whole month of December off.
Well, unfortunately, other drivers have already taken that time off, which I told my boss, it's like, I'm not going to fight. There's only one time I will make damn sure that on January 2nd, I will be in your fucking office requesting a week and a half off, period. And that's if we're going to Moab.
Right.
Because that's spring break. And the other drivers have kids. Well, I'm sorry. I'm fucking getting spring break before anybody else can touch it.
There
Or
you
at
go.
least
Take it.
those days. So, and I know we're not going to go to Moab next year because we went this year. No, because Dave and his wife, they're probably going to go on a cruise. Because Dave is the one that organizes the Moab trips. So we might be going in 28. We'll see. I don't know. But the rest of the time, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, you know, all the other guys that have kids, you know, I will let them take that time off during the holidays because they have kids. I don't. It doesn't mean diddly buckus to me.
Right.
How much time I take off at the holidays. You know, to them, you know, it's a little bit more important when you have kids. So I'm like, you know, I'll let them take that. Yeah. But yes, if we're going to go to Moab the following year, I'm in his office July 2nd requesting my days because he will not let us request anything until that calendar year. I'm like, cool. Be at your office at 7 a.m. And then, you know, then cruising the coast.
Right.
But other than that, I'm at the fucking house. Staycations suck.
Well, that's because you don't do anything. You've got a garage to clean out. you've got enough stuff you could do a hobby. You've got models you could put together and then
You know,
sell
I
them.
I have a whole box. I think there's probably like 18 boxes of models that are still in the original packaging that I got from my grandpa's estate, where those models were like, and they're still in the plastic from like late 60s, early 70s.
Right. Well, you could sell them as
So,
is or
yeah, I'm
put them
sure,
together and build them.
I'm sure
You know?
collectors would pay a pretty penny for a model in, the late 60s, early 70s that still has the plastic on it. I'm sure those would fetch a premium.
Well, there you go. And then the ones that won't, put them together. Build you your own cruising the coast collection and make a little street scene because you obviously have the room somewhere in your big ass house. You could set up take a 4x8 sheet of plywood, put a few of those models together, and then make a city scene where they're cruising and stuff. That would be cool as shit. And then use your fancy ass phone you got and take pictures of it and make it look like an actual. Because I've seen on some of the Facebook reels, it pops up from time to time where someone takes his phone, and I think it's an iPhone he's using, but he uses model cars or Hot Wheels or whatnot, and he holds the phone and positions it, and it's got a little scene there, and it looks like a real hot rod, even though if you look close enough at the car, you can tell it's a model. But if you just look at the overall scene, which is what 90% of people do, they just look at the overall scene. They don't nitpick it.
Uh huh.
It looks like one shot I saw he did of an old Route 66 gas station with a few old cars, on that street. It was actually cool. I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. So you could do that and your phone could easily handle that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it could, without a doubt. Now that
You
I
know.
have 4 times the space that I had before,
Right.
type aspect.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could easily do it, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean that's something to think about on your staycations. Pick some of your newer models, you know, the ones that are from the 80s or 90s that aren't worth that much. Because, I mean, shit, I can go buy the same exact model that we could buy in the 80s today, but I mean, where we'd spend maybe $5
Yeah.
or $8 for a model, you're spending a
Yeah.
minimum of 15 to 25.
And Hobby Lobby, you're spending a minimum of $30 per model.
Yeah,
There is
it's
nothing cheaper than, and I know Amazon, all that other stuff, but at Hobby Lobby, there's not one model there that is under $30.
yeah. Well, my Hobby Lobby up here, I can probably find a couple in the $20 to $25 range, but not much less. And it's the same vehicles, the
Yeah.
same cars and
Same
trucks
plastic.
that I built in the 80s.
Yeah. And the 70s when we were kids, you're absolutely
Yeah.
correct.
I mean, seriously, it's nothing's changed. Nothing. The box hasn't even changed. It's still the same box.
Yeah, just the price of that box with all the tutelage inside of it, except for the glue, except for
Oh,
the glue and the
the gl-
paint. You have to go get a Hobby
oh,
Lobby associate to unlock it for you.
oh,
The
not our
paint and the
Hobby
That's
Lobby.
glue.
just, yeah, I was gonna say that's just in your area. Here in Elk City, yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, mine don't. I can get paint. I can get glue. Y'all must have a lot of huffers.
It- I, I guess so because the glue is locked in a fucking cabinet.
Really?
What Yes, really.
That's
And
crazy.
The paint.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the
From
paint's
bright-
freaking expensive. The
Oh my God.
same size bottle as what they've had for 100 fucking years.
Yep.
And I think now, last time I saw it, they was like $7 or $8 a bottle.
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell for the same paint?
Yeah.
I just like, yo, people, drop your prices because I can find the same paint cheaper at Amazon. And honestly, I've got enough acrylic paint. I can just paint with acrylic if I want. Or
Right.
it's like
You could probably paint all the walls in your house with all the acrylic paint you have, right?
yeah, probably so. I got like I was adding it all up. I think I got like, I don't know, 16 gallons of paint. Yeah. So yeah, believe me, I could paint this whole house. Now, I'm not sure what the color would be if I mixed them all together. Oh my God, that would be a mess from hell. But yeah, I could paint the whole inside of my house or outside of my house with it.
It would probably turn out some type of real dark puce green.
Probably would. And that would just look nasty.
Yeah. However, every time I go up to Evelyn and come back into, and Brian will know which house I'm talking about, and coming either north or south, and it's on the northern part of Hamilton. Somebody painted their house the same color green as Kermit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
And Brian knows exactly which house I am talking about.
Yeah. I know the house.
Because
I've never been to it. I mean, there's been a few of the houses because usually around, I don't know if they still do it, but around November into December, they do a tour of homes for all the houses that have got their big elaborate Christmas trees set up. And you can go in, you can tour the house. And there's been quite a few houses. And I think it's a Lutheran church. I can never remember for some reason. But there is a little bitty old church that is just the most beautiful church I've ever come across. Let's see here. Let me go pull up maps.google.com. So let's see here. Hamilton, Texas. See here. If you go, if you head west from the square, St. Mary's Anglican Church, and inside is all just wood, every ounce of it. You look up and you see the rafters, and the rafters are laid out like a boat, but have got stars and moons and stuff punched out in them. Just a beautiful church, beautiful little Anglican church, and that's always been one that I've been fascinated with.
Right.
But let's see. But yeah, there was a couple over in, oh hell, I have to put on my satellite view so I can see the roofs. Okay, not that one. Yeah, there is the one that's off. There's one off of Ross Street that is just a big old house. It's cool. The cool thing that I saw in it is that they actually still have an old rain cistern as part of the back of the house, and so they actually have rainwater that they can utilize.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And God forbid if anybody does it and does it here or does it period without authorization from the city, because you are redirecting the natural flow of water for vegetation and habitat.
Right.
Look here, motherfucker. What comes off of my roof is not going to affect the fucking field behind me. It ain't
You
gonna
never
get
know, it might.
more.
You never know, it might.
No,
it won't.
Not
I
off
mean,
my
yeah,
roof.
you're right, it won't. But hey, they'll say you never know, it just might.
Yeah.
And I will be
the
know-it-all and go, I do know, and it don't.
Oh, so you're going to be Ken's Karen, right? Or
Oh
Karen's
yeah,
Ken.
I will definitely be Ken. Faux show. What the hell's that? Yeah.
Hey,
I
did y'all
know.
see in the news? It was in the 24-hour news cycle. Freaking Caroline Leavitt's leaving the White House press secretary.
Oh no.
Yes,
Yeah.
at the end of the
That
month.
decision. Yeah, that decision was made on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was her decision. And I mean,
Yep.
I understand why she's doing it, but it's just like, who are they going to get to replace her? Because
Exactly.
honestly, if you ask me, out of all of them, she was the best.
Oh yeah, she kicked ass. Didn't even bother with the names.
Oh hell no, she didn't even care. You know, so it's like, where are you going to find someone like that? You know,
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's I don't bear no ill will, but it was always fun when the news would show reports, about her in the White House press room, and she was just nailing reporters left and right, and I'm like, yes, and I mean, stopping them mid sentence, saying, "Shut up, you ain't
But you
saying
listen to what
anything."
I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, she just flat told them and didn't care. I mean,
No.
that's yeah, that was all over the news. And I'm like, damn. And I'm trying to think, there ain't no one I know of that can hold a room like that, you know?
Yep. And Fort Hood had a crash, an Apache helicopter right outside of Salado.
Really?
Yeah, it had a mechanical failure and it crashed. Killed both
Oh,
the
no.
pilot and the gunner.
Damn. Right outside of Salado, really?
Yep. Because
See,
that's also where they have the ability with all that farmland to do maneuvers over that area. So it's not just Fort Hood that they can fly. They can fly, all over the place down here.
yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I know that area well. I know people that, I don't know if they still live there, but I probably figure they do. But there's some people that just live just outside of Salado. Yeah.
But, thankfully it was in a field that it crashed. So there wasn't any other collateral damage like homes and,
Right.
that type of aspect. But yeah, 2 pilots got killed.
Oh,
And
sorry to hear that.
it was on the initial of what they said, and that happened. Yes, this is what, Thursday. I think that happened Wednesday morning or Tuesday afternoon time frame. No, Wednesday morning, because I heard about it on the radio when I was, in my truck getting stuff inside the truck done on my ELD, and heard that on the radio, and they were telling people don't go into that area because it wasn't far from the interstate. But they
Okay.
told people, don't, try to get into this area. We have an investigation that we need to do. So you're only going to jam up the freaking roads and so on like that, basically. And I heard that Wednesday morning.
Okay.
So I think that's when it happened, was early Wednesday morning. But yeah, initial is it was some type of mechanical failure.
Damn. That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard that, but with Caroline Leavitt, I was kind of stunned.
Yeah.
So was I when I heard it. And I understand why she's doing it, because she has 2 kids under the age of 5. The newborn, and I think her other son is what, 2.5, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, being a parent.
Yeah. Which I mean, she'll still consult and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, but it's
you
not
know,
going to take her away on Air Force One every time the president goes someplace.
right.
She'll be, like you said, doing consulting and, but it won't be away for extended periods of time away from
Right.
the kids.
Oh yeah, what's up? I didn't read the whole article because, when I look at a lot of these articles, they're from publications. I only get like the first maybe quarter of the article, and then they're like, "Oh, sign up or sign in or donate or subscribe for $9.95 a month." Fuck you! I'm not no. Your freaking publication ain't worth that much. You know, if it was $2, maybe, but no. It-
But
Uh,
we've got staff. Well, then you're overpaying your staff. I'm sorry. Maybe
well,
they don't need to be living in New York, New York.
right. I
You don't
mean,
want to be living in New York, New York anyhow, because going to shit in a heartbeat right now.
Yeah, you're right.
well, it's been going that way, really.
Yeah. Well, it has, but at the same time, it's just Mom Domini is having way too much fun.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
he's going to wreak havoc on New York City, get booted out, and then the person coming in will get the blame when he's not able to fix it in one term.
Right.
That's just how this shit goes. These these freaking democratic socialists or communists, whatever you want to call them, they come in, screw everything up, and then the people finally wake up and realize, oh, this isn't working. Well, guess what? It's going to take you twice as long to undo what was done in the first half of the term.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a proven fact. I mean, a
Well,
proven fact.
look at the aspects of what two major aspects of what Mondami promised New Yorkers if he was elected: free grocery stores and free public transportation.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work because the bus drivers quit or went on strike. And I mean,
And his communist store cost 4 times the amount of what several grocery stores that had basically said, you know what, I'm fucking leaving. I'm getting tired of getting robbed. There's 3 grocery stores in that same area for a fourth of what he paid for or wants to do with his.
right.
So, yeah, he's going to fuck shit up, and it's going to take him another 20 years to get back to 2025 before Mondami was elected.
If they get back there.
They won't.
No, I know, but I mean, they'll try, but yeah, it's just it's crazy.
And all these politicians that want healthcare, free healthcare, Medicare for everybody. Okay, who's
Yeah.
going to fucking pay for it? They can preach
The
that
millionaires, the millionaires and billionaires is who they want to pay for it. But yet they seem to always act surprised. I mean, it's like the mayor of Seattle. She was started realizing, oh, she screwed up when she said, well, bye to all the millionaires and billionaires who were in Seattle and moving to Tennessee.
Yep. And they're never going to fulfill any of their promises as far as all this free shit. It's never going to happen. And my comment would be to like Saeed and fucking Mondami and all these other individuals is like, okay, you want to get rid of or tax all the millionaires and the billionaires. You know what? You sell your house, your cars, sell all of your stocks, all that, and fucking contribute. Because
Well, Mamdani, and what's her name, Katie Wilson or Katie something.
I don't
Anyhow,
know.
Seattle mayor.
Yeah.
Neither one of them have ever worked. they get their bills paid by their parents. Their parents are millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah, so take all the money from their parents.
Yeah.
Tell them to go live in a fucking regular 4-bedroom house. See how that works.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mondami's wife wants to go overseas someplace. I think it's Syria. But she wants to have security guards. And
No, go without the security guards. You love that you love that area so much. Go really experience that area.
Yeah.
I also recommend go experience India.
And the New York Police Department says, no, we're not going to provide you one person for security detail. No, she wants to go, she can go. Knock yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not providing any security detail. Which I don't blame them.
No.
Well, I wouldn't go to fucking Syria anyway. What the fuck is there? Sand, probably
dirt,
a little bit more
rocks.
Sand, dirt, a couple of mountains.
I don't know.
Shit, there's places.
Got a lot of statues from old civilizations, but I mean,
that'd be cool to visit, but not live.
Oh yeah, it would be cool to see. I mean, to see the ruins and to see the history that is from the Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Israel area. That's all great stuff, but at the same time,
all the biblical stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to go to Israel because, oh my God, the women are just gorgeous over there.
No, you will not be able to go say hi to Gal Gadot. All right. No, you'll just said no. You won't be able to go say hi to Gal Gadot. So.
And most of them have served in the Israel army.
Yep.
All of them have.
Yeah, you're required to.
And they'll whoop your ass.
I know.
But is that what you want?
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's okay. That was the point you're trying to get to. Okay. Gotcha.
His phrase, if he was to meet up with some of those, was "eat me, beat me, or eat me, beat me, and leave me raw." So yeah.
And then do it again.
Do it again. That was fun. Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
No, I just saw the dude that killed Charlie Kirk. They're fighting the death penalty because they're saying no other people were in danger.
Yeah, that's what they would do. Yeah.
It's like, no, you purposely murdered a human being, whether it be Charlie Kirk or anyone else. You purposely
brought a gun onto a well, and what is it? You have to get the death penalty. It has to be murder and another like 2 felonies and get stacked together or something like that.
No.
And I mean, there's a lot of places to get the death penalty. It's not just you kill somebody, because I mean you run somebody over. That's not necessarily a death penalty, but yeah, to have it planned out, premeditated, aggravated. I forget exactly what it is, but stacking stuff onto it. You've got he brought a gun to a university because they don't allow guns there, so there's all sorts of things.
You see, that's the thing. Now that part doesn't matter, with the university. It's
now it is.
It's just a fact that the dude planned, so it was premeditated. Felony number 1, right there.
Mm-hmm.
It was capital murder. Okay, or murder 1, whichever one you want to call it. So there's 2 felonies right there.
Yep.
Okay, and just because no others were hurt, that don't mean diddly or squat. Dude should get the death penalty. And if you ask me,
and he'll sit on death row for 40 years,
probably. Well, there's a dude in Tennessee that just got executed for a murder in 1985. So yeah, 41 years. He must have finally exhausted all his resources.
All of his appeals, yeah.
And I understand. I don't mind appeals. Especially if the court gets something wrong or jury or whatever orders wrong information. That's fine. But in a straight up open and shut capital murder case, like with Charlie Kirk, you should, after sentencing, you it should be going straight and get it done.
You know what? Just like anybody that is sentenced to death, go from the courthouse to the old courthouse that has a bell tower that you are able to fucking put a noose on
Right.
and take him up the stairs to the bell tower and fucking execute him.
I mean, that's just, because, people like that, there's no rehabilitating them. They doesn't have it in their mind, because any decent person would not premeditate and carry it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A person who is off in the head they don't care.
Yeah.
Dude got
Well,
offended by what Charlie Kirk said, and so he did what he did.
Well, and going back to Court TV, which they're not currently playing right now, prime time.
Won't.
Yeah, I know. Kind of sucks. However, there was one inmate that was in prison for life for murder. He found out that his cellmate was a child molester and that he was bragging on it. And the guy just finally said, you know what? I've heard enough, and killed him. And when he was in court, he's like, yeah, I was there. I'm the
That was
one that
me.
killed him. He was a child molester. He bragged about it. So I shut him the fuck up. I'm already in life sentence without parole.
Right.
It don't make me no difference to have another life sentence.
Right. What you going to do? Add on another life sentence? Who cares? I'm not getting out anyway.
Yeah. So, one less child molester in the world.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes, it is. And I know that I'll never get on a jury, which doesn't hurt my feelings one bit.
Right.
Because if they ask, are you for the death penalty? I'd be, hell yeah, I'm for the death penalty. You're excused.
Well, you see, though, the thing is, in Texas, the death penalty is allowed. So, so they wouldn't ask that question.
Oh, okay.
Because that is always on the table, possibly, depending on the case, of course.
And I got no problems whatsoever saying, yep, I am for the death penalty 100%.
Oh, same here.
Can we just do the trial now?
Yeah, I don't know.
And in the words of Buford T. Justice, what in the hell is the world coming to? And he said that back in 1977 when that fucking movie came out.
Right.
And they've been saying it for fucking millenniums.
Exactly. I mean, saying that back in 77 and looking back now, 77 was actually a good time. It wasn't the greatest, but it was better than what we have now.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But we can't go back that far. We have to play the hand that's dealt us.
Yeah, so that's why they need to fucking stop putting warning labels on batteries, on bleach,
on everything.
On everything, and just let the natural selection weed themselves out.
I mean, like buy laundry detergent, because they still have the pods. It states on there, do not eat the pods. And I'm like,
it also says don't drink the battery acid.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like,
don't drink bleach. Well, if natural selection.
I mean, feel free. You do you, boo.
100%.
You know, I might or might not see you on the other side, but you
Yep.
do you, boo.
Yep.
I'm
Because
out.
I'm not going to intervene. That's just like watching your kid about ready to stick something into the electrical outlet. You get zapped. You're not going to die. You're going to get zapped.
Oh, let them get tickled once. They
Yeah.
won't do it again.
And that's when you say, "Did you enjoy that?" It's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, I bet you won't do that again."
after
No.
you get done rolling on the floor laughing. Oh yeah, I've been freaking tickled so much it's crazy.
And you didn't learn the first fucking time.
Well, you know,
And I can understand you hunting wires. I get that. As a surveyor, you might get, tickled a few times, but you would have thought after the first time, I should not be doing this.
yeah, but
But
you know, like it's funny. The old phone cable lines, you know, all them little tiny phone lines,
yeah,
them motherfuckers got some power now. Believe it or not, for
yeah,
for for not being hooked up to anything, because they're just there's no actual powering the box.
and the
Okay.
phone cord and the phone line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a phone signal is all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's say it's like the field phones in the military. You had
Yeah.
the two wires coming from the field phone going
Don't
all the
be
way
touching those
across
things
camp.
whenever someone tries to call you.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
I said, yeah, don't be holding those two wires if someone's trying to call you,
Oh
because you'll
no.
hear the ringing in your ears.
Right. But and it's like on a civilian phone lines. There was
Yep.
a few times I had to strip some of the wires to get a connection, and if the wires were off, I would just use my teeth to pull it off. Hello. I tell you what, that'll definitely make you move a little
Well,
quicker.
kind of
Yeah,
like
and here's Rich's analysis of this. Damn, that fucking hurt. You go to the next site, it's like, oh, I don't have any wire cutters. Let me just use my teeth. Do it again, and you're like, damn, I didn't, learn from 3 days ago. So next week, when you're surveying one and don't have the tools, it's like, oh, I'll just use my teeth.
zapped again.
Yep. Yeah, I
Right.
mean it's crazy. You'd be surprised at how much power. I mean, it's very low, but you're definitely going to feel
There's
it.
a little bit of amperage in there, so it may be low voltage, but that amperage will get your heart to beating a little bit. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like
And
I'm sure I already know the answer to the question, but have y'all seen Down Periscope, Kelsey Grammer?
yes.
no,
Hey, finally found one that y'all actually watched. Okay, so you know the radio man, whenever he's got
Oh
a
yeah,
big
yeah, I
hog,
love him.
grabs a hold of a wire and reaches out there. God,
I love that guy. He's funnier than anything. He's off his rocker, man.
yeah.
Dude, you need to watch that movie Down Periscope. That is funny. Oh my God, you would laugh.
It's for
if I,
sure a good military comedy.
It
oh, okay.
is. It is a comedy. I'm gonna tell you, it is straight up a comedy. So yeah, you need to watch that. Yeah, I've watched it a couple times actually.
I usually catch it about once every 3 or 4 years. It seems I walk across and grab it. So
You still have a freaking video store?
no, I'll just come across it though.
Thought you might be you found an old Blockbusters that's still in,
No, there's
it's
one
still in,
Blockbuster left in at least in the U.S.
Where?
I want to say Oregon. Yeah. 211 Northeast Revere Avenue in Bend, Oregon.
How are they still open? The freaking corporate company is closed.
Yeah, but they originally opened in 1990. Independent shop named Pacific Video was converted into a Blockbuster franchise in 2000. It became the last store in the United States in 2018, and the final operational location globally in 2019. After all the remaining stores in Australia and Alaska actually closed. Users on Reddit today share consensus that a significant portion, roughly 80% of the store's modern venue, comes from selling branded novelty purchase merchandise and apparel rather than traditional movie rentals.
Okay.
Our movie rental place, Family Video, it closed a couple 3 years ago. So
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Oh shit, I must have closed it. But there's an article I'd popped up that had like 22 different places that will very quickly be going out of business because the younger generation just doesn't go
work
to
that
them.
way.
Something like country clubs, those will be going away soon.
Dance clubs. I mean, well, hell, the dance clubs are pretty much gone gone the way of the dinosaur as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I have not, and that hurts my feelings because hell, I love going to a dance club. Amarillo had one called SRO, and if you wanted a little bit of country, then you could also go to. There was Midnight Rodeo, and the Cadillac Ranch were the two country ones. But if you wanted rock, dance, house music type of stuff, then it was SRO all the way. There used to be Paramount Club, but that ended up becoming a titty bar somewhere down the road. But
well, Colleen has a one Western dance hall. I've never been to it, but some of the people in one of my Jeep clubs, there was an event that was posted in one of the Jeep clubs for going out to this place, Western bar, and going dancing. I'm like, no, y'all have fun now. You hear?
yeah, it was saying places like bars are will even wind up closing because the younger generation
doesn't drink.
No, they don't. They don't drink, which is, I mean, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, alcohol.
Well, if they drank, then they'd have to be social, and that causes them to have anxiety, so they can't.
Yeah, that's true. But then also they say that, the big thing with younger generation, they're finally realizing once they move out of mommy and daddy's house and mommy and daddy ain't paying for everything. Oh shit, life's expensive.
Well, yeah, life's expensive. I was living, no, I wasn't even making a paycheck to paycheck. I was running out of paycheck about the first 4 days in, but I still had at least enough to go cut the rug from time to time over at SRO.
Oh no. See, nowadays these kids now are like, oh no, I've read a couple articles where they're like, oh, I just can't make it. I just can't live. I have to stay at home. And that's like the end of the world, for some of them. Because
they wouldn't go out anyhow. So it's just their excuse.
Yeah. But still, it's either way. But yeah, like malls, take malls.
Yeah.
I mean, malls are non-existent anymore.
Or at least not to the condition that they used to be. I mean, we still have a Westgate Mall in Amarillo, and it's got a couple of the normal places. It's got like the food court, which I think is actually the only thing that's truly supporting the mall right now.
Right.
But it's, I would say a quarter of the store is closed. Of the mall is closed up.
Oh, down here, the mall in Gaucher.
Uh-huh.
Over the years, it was failing so bad. Stores are closed now. The only thing left now is a Belk, Belk.
Yeah, Bells. Oh, Belk. Oh shit,
Belk.
I hadn't heard of Belk in forever. I thought you were talking
There's
about
one.
like bells, like
No,
BEALS.
no. There's a Belk in Gaucher, and it's, believe it or not, people still go to it. I've never been to it because
Right.
it's just closed, you know.
Yeah.
And but what's funny, the rest of that mall has been torn down. That store, that Belk store, they tore the mall down around that
Around
Belk
it.
store, and they're using that land for something else, you know. But yeah, there was like 22 different things that are saying that when baby boomers, Gen X, us, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
freaking millennials
Oh
get
hell
done
yeah, I
with
was a
them,
fucking
that's
mall
it.
rat,
They're
man.
gone, you know.
Yeah.
Unless
And I believe it. Well, I
unless
believe
you're
it'll
at
be
a
for a couple of
military,
years.
no, unless you're at a military installation, malls are fucking booming.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
mall,
Oh yeah.
the mall in Killeen, there ain't one. Every freaking available stop or place is occupied in the Killeen Mall. There's no vacant rooms in that mall.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Wow, nice.
And even J.C. Penney is still open.
Oh yeah, JCPenney's still rolling. Target down here,
Yeah.
Target, believe it or not, Target is like the biggest place to go now. And I don't
Right.
know why, because back in the day, I always thought Target was expensive and they didn't have shit worth buying, you know.
Yeah. Well, it was basically it was a lot like Target was a lot like the old Best stores. I don't know if you remember
Best Buy.
Best or not. No, not Best Buy. Best, just Best was the name of the company, the name
No, I never
of
heard
the
of it.
department store. But yeah, they were. Well, my TG&Y. You heard TG&Y?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot like TG&Y with a grocery store. That's kind of the way a lot of Target is now. But so they've got a lot of times they'll have what they in the boom when everything was super Walmart, super Kmart, you had super Target, and they've kind of dialed back the food stuff because they realized, oh, you can't really make money off of something that might go bad down the road. But yeah, they expanded a little bit and then they shrunk back, and so yeah, it's Target's one of those where they're a little overly priced. They're
A
offering around a
little?
lot of yeah. Well,
No.
it depends. If you go to Dillard's, Dillard's is a lot more expensive.
Well, yeah, that is true. Dillard's is, oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean they charge you by the gallon of air that you breathe. So you gotta
Mhm.
Yeah. And Temple has a Dillard's. That's
yeah.
about the only thing that is left in the Temple Mall is Dillard's. There
Wow.
might
Yeah.
be, and the pretzel place.
Oh yeah, Annie's.
Yes.
Hey,
And what was the trinket shop that had all the earrings? Claire's.
Claire's.
players, yeah, God. That's
There's
that's
only
go ahead, dude.
in the Temple Mall. There's only like 4 stores that are open, and Dillard's.
Yeah, we used to have all four. We used to have 4 what we would call cornerstone stores at the Westgate Mall. You
Yep.
had Sears, J.C. Penney's, Dillard's, and Bell's.
Yeah.
Now Bell's has gone out on ours, or yeah, I believe it. Bell's has gone out, and Dillard's has actually taken over 2 of those cornerstone stores locations. So they've got like women's in one part of the mall. You've got Dillard's men in the other part of the mall, or maybe it's clothing in one and housewares in one or something like that. But then you also have Sears, or not Sears, J.C. Penney's. Sears closed up. They went away. Of course, yeah. They Sears and Roebuck is no longer a thing. But yeah, no, you've got 3 main stores. We got well, no, we don't even have a Spencer's there anymore. Spencer's left, and actually moved out and went to the strip mall that's over on Sauncey in Amarillo. So we don't even actually have a Spencer, yeah, which is crazy.
Hey,
But
hey, hang on. Let me ask this. Y'all remember Theo on the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Did you know
Yeah.
he died last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he drowned.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
drowned.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
They had another.
Warner.
Wow, I know. I just saw it.
Huh. Yeah, he drowned. Yeah, you're right. Last year he drowned.
And Kathleen O'Hara died in January.
Who?
Kathleen O'Hara.
Somebody just died today, but I don't know the name of him. He was a singer.
Well, it hasn't made the news yet.
Died today.
Or yesterday.
TMZ, who died today? The Challenge, Tyler Duckworth, dead at 44. I don't know who the dude is. From MTV's The Challenge.
Oh.
It says Violet Hensley. She was a country music legend and fiddler. Wow. Lived to 109.
Well, she saw a thing or two, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Yeah. And, it's funny because, I've been watching the Waltons, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I love that show and just that whole time period where it takes place at and everything. And I'm sitting here thinking, because they have some older people on the show, and it's like, you know what, 1926 is 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not many people after the next couple years. We won't have many old people.
From the Great Depression. No.
Yeah. I mean, we just won't. Think about it. In 46, the oldest people will be in the 40s, 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still the golden age, but we don't have that history from the 1800s anymore that's still living, or the early 1900s.
The people born in the 40s, they were born, they're in their 80s now.
I know, and it's crazy, And
the 60s are in the 60s.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm close.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah. I'm looking forward to when I turn 55 because I'm going to start asking every place I go for my senior discount.
Oh, shoot. Most places give it to you now since you're in your 50s. And if you look like me, shit, I was getting senior discounts when I was late 30s. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I was driving truck and I think I was eating dinner or something at a truck stop for breakfast, and I got to check, and the waitress automatically gave me a senior discount.
So
I didn't.
Did you have the? Well, I mean, I would have I've been like, gee whiz. I always smile big when the girls ask me to see my ID at the grocery store. I'm like, hey, I look young enough to be carded.
Oh, I
knowing that I've got this white cotton beard on my face. So
yeah, go ahead.
In the state of Texas, if you're in your 90s, you still get carded.
Yeah,
really?
No, most places you still get. Yeah, they've gotten around. Got to basically beat into most people's heads. It's like doesn't matter whether he looks like he's old enough or not. Just go ahead and card him.
Right.
Well, Specs, I don't know if you guys have heard of the alcohol store called Specs.
Yep.
Nope.
You haven't?
Nope.
Wow.
You haven't?
Well, we have. I rarely, go into one. I think the last time I went into one was a week before last New Year's to get what I was going to consume at the house for New Year's Eve to get hammered. And it was, of course, a foo-foo bitch drink, but it wasn't a White Claw.
Thank God.
Ugh, them things are just freaking disgusting.
Yeah, they are now.
So when they asked me physically for my birthday, and they had to type it into the computer, and there was something else about my I think they wanted my driver's license number as well.
Right.
Before the computer or before the register would even fucking allow anything to be scanned.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten that bad. Hey, I just saw something. I don't know if it's out yet or what. I got to find it. There's a movie. It's called The Brink of War. And
The Brink
it's,
of War.
yeah, and it's during the Reagan years, and Jeff Daniels is playing Ronald Reagan.
Huh.
That,
Did you ever see the Reagan movie, the biopic of Ronald Reagan?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. I'd watch it though.
Let's see here. Yeah, Jeff Daniels. Oh, where is that? That was.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because I would love to watch this. I really would. Oh,
Yeah, Dennis Quaid plays Reagan.
in the biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just called Reagan. 2024 is when it came out.
Okay. And dude, you need to get Prime Video downloaded on your TV.
Yep.
And Bryan, because it's only one season long, but it's actually really, really good. And it's chocked hard full of A-listers, former A-listers in Hollywood. It's called Texas Rising. It's about Sam Houston in Santa Ana.
Okay.
And that
Top
fight.
Western.
And it's actually really, really good. It's got Bill Paxton in it, Ray Liotta, Max Stariot, who plays in Fire Country. It's got a ton. It's got Negan from The Walking Dead, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's only 10 episodes, and they're 45 minutes long, 46 minutes long each.
Seeing there's only 5 here.
No, there's 10. Because I'm on episode 8. I'm almost done with it.
Let's see what Texas Rising on the free side has. Okay, so there's only 5 available for sale.
Oh, see, I don't buy it. I just stream it on Prime Video.
Well, I mean, a lot of it, I just can't stand the freaking advertisement. So,
I mean, come on, a freaking minute and a half of advertisement every so often. I mean, like each episode, there might be 4 sections, and it might have, like I said, a minute and a half worth of
advertising,
or even 30. Well, then pay the extra money and get no advertising. I don't care. See,
just watch the damn movie,
right? I'm cheap.
So the average TV show that was an hour long is only 44 minutes long.
Yeah, because of all the advertising.
Because
yes,
all the rest of the hour, 16 minutes worth, is commercials.
Yep.
Yes. Except for the Waltons. The Waltons are like 49 minutes, almost 50. That shows you how much advertising was happening in the 70s versus today.
Yeah. And if you open up YouTube and your music channel that you like to listen to your music, after every fucking song, there's a fucking ad.
Unless you pay for it. If you pay for it, there's no ads. If you pay $10 a month, there's no ads.
That's kind of the way I do on Spotify is I'm going ahead. Well, I don't do Spotify now. I've switched back over to Apple Music because it's still just $12 as opposed to $18 on Spotify.
Yeah, I had heard Spotify jump the rates up. I mean, honestly, I've never liked Spotify. Never have.
The only thing I really liked about Spotify is the fact it was their end of the year review that they did for you. And they tell you, you listen to this person 722 times, and the next person was like 8. So, you knew who you were kind of, you knew if you overdid it or not. But
right.
So how much does the satellite and the Jeep cost you, Rich?
I pay $4.99 a month.
Oh, okay.
because they tried to get me to pay $24.99 a month, and I'm like, no, ain't doing it. And then they dropped it to, see, what was it, $5.99, and then the next year they was going to jack me back up to $24.99, and I called them up. I said, cancel it. Oh no, we can give it to you for $6.99. Fuck you, no, I'm not paying an extra dollar. And then finally, so I had it shut off, and I think it was like 3 months later, XM calls me up. Seriously, they called me, and the dude's like, I can give you what you have. I can give you everything for $4.99 a month. I said, really? Can you do that? He said, yeah. I said, sign me up. So you see, that's the thing with XM. Tell them, no, I'm not paying that. They will drop that rate down they will drop it down low. If you tell them, no, I'm not paying that, because I've done it for years now with Sirius XM when I've
Yeah,
had
I just again, I still just listen to if I'm going to listen to music on the radio, I just stream it through my phone.
yeah. Well, I mean, I can do that too, but like, dude was saying with YouTube, even with my own library, YouTube still wants to throw ads in it, and I'm not paying $9.99 a month for something.
$9.99. How are you getting $9.99?
Well, that's what it was last time I was paying for it.
$30 a month now.
Wait, oh hell no,
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
I
You
know
know,
it's not.
this is what I don't get with Google, because Google owns YouTube. We all know this, okay?
Hmm.
How do they get jacking the price up like that? I mean, where is because I read an article, I haven't verified it yet, that
Correction. They adjusted. Now it's for they broke it out into, you got your individual. You can do $16 a month,
oh
and
hell no.
family is 30. So, or $27.
But see, no, you see, the thing is, though, I just saw, I don't know if it was on Facebook or where it was, but someone said it was on Facebook. Someone said YouTube just changed their freaking algorithm again, and instead of 4,000 hours watch hours for monetization, you have to have 8,000 now. Now, again, I don't know if that's true. I haven't verified it, but yeah, I saw that, and it's like, what the hell? I mean, they're the second largest search engine. They're the main video platform. What are they trying to do? Price themselves out of everything? Because people will move. Because Google's trying to drop prices to compete with Facebook Reels and TikTok and Instagram and all this other shit, because you can do what you want to do. They're cheaper than you can on YouTube. YouTube's hurting right now.
But yet they are still doing the best,
Well, yeah, I know. Well, I
which is
mean,
weird.
yeah, it is. It's very weird. It's very weird. And it's like, I don't get it, you know?
But they've made Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I listen to YouTube driving to and from work. However, I might get 3 songs in either direction from the house to work.
Because of the, uh,
Just my distance, 10 minutes from work.
okay.
So,
Yeah. And all the commercials.
well, they, as soon as that skip button comes on there, I hit it. So, it might be 15 seconds of an ad, hit the skip, start the music, but still I never go over. I might get to the 4th song or the 5th song if there's traffic.
Right.
But I'm only 10 minutes to work, so it's usually the first 3 songs that come up, and I'm at work. So, and I don't listen to it at the house.
Right. Yeah, I just looked up The Brink of War, the Ronald Reagan movie.
Uh-huh.
It's on the Angel app.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's
And
part of the Angel Network.
yeah, and it actually right now it's in theaters and it just released today. Or well, no, tomorrow is when it releases.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Well, you always need to have to look it up. I think they're a little expensive on theirs. Their
Yeah,
subscription
well,
also it's like $18 or something.
yeah, it was cheaper for a while and I had it for a while, but 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 when they went to the higher price, I was like, no, I gave them up. Cause it's like, I watched it, I watched the Angel Network and I mean, honestly, I had seen some really good movies and
Yeah,
everything.
there's a lot of them that I really want to watch. I mean, like what is it, Homestead?
Oh, Homestead, you ought to watch that. That's
Yeah,
good.
one
And the
I've heard people
series.
talk about that one. Yeah, it's a series.
No, there's a movie first. There's a full-length movie.
Oh,
And
was it?
then
Okay.
and then there's a series. And I don't think they got funding for a second season. And now, have you watched Chosen? The Chosen
The
series?
one about Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been watching. I watched that. Was it like 3 seasons worth? I don't know if
Okay.
they got the
Well,
fourth or not. But
oh yeah, oh no, they got 5 out actually.
oh, they got five. Oh, okay.
And I just saw something that 6 is coming soon. Season 6.
Okay.
So when I don't
Eventually, they got
know.
to go off, and it's going to be time for the big cross time scene. So
Well, that ought to be season 6, I believe.
okay, so
But
yeah, it's $18 a month is what they're charging.
yeah, but yeah, no, I dropped them just because it was just. I mean, with all my other subscriptions, I'm like, good God, I can't handle all this,
Yeah.
That's where
But
the nickel and dime you had to get out.
right, but no, dude, because you buy stuff from Amazon, so you have an Amazon account, you can get Prime Video.
Yeah, you don't have to have Amazon Prime to have Prime Video.
No, but if you do have an Amazon account, which just about everybody has an Amazon account, you can sign into it and get all the features of that. But you can watch Prime Video and see a lot of shows, a lot of series, you know, depending on, and they'll normally have all the seasons.
Oh, okay. Ah,
hmm I watched a lot of shows. In fact, I just rewatched NCIS from season 1, episode 1, and I'm already current. I'm waiting on the new season to start. Freaking DiNozzo's coming back, and Gibbs is coming back.
I didn't know he left.
Oh
Oh
shit,
yeah,
yeah. Oh
What, he
yeah.
wasn't
he's
making
been
enough
gone.
money off of all the other ones?
Well,
No,
he's been gone off of NCIS for several years.
yeah. At least 5. Yeah, and when Abby left, I was really mad. I
Oh,
was
yeah, you and Jana both were.
I mean, I loved Abby. Abby was awesome. Abby was the coolest, you know, character,
Right.
But yeah,
and hot
Casey,
and hot as hell.
oh yeah. But Casey, she showed up and tried to be that little woke liberal, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, she still is partly, but she's gotten a lot better and realized that her her thoughts that she used to have about life and everything else after working at NCIS is like it don't fit too well.
Oh, don't fit too well anywhere.
No, so she kind of backed off it. and she got to be more likable on the show. I didn't like her for a long while. And then, of course, Bishop was on there. My God, I love that girl. She was hot, smart, and just
Which one? The one
Bishop.
from Israel?
No, that's
No, that's
Ziva.
Zeba.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, Ziva. Oh, man, Ziva. Ziva's in a class of her own. And Kate actually was played by Sasha Alexander. Now, do you know what other show she played on?
Nope.
Yeah. She was worked as a coroner, and her friend was a police officer.
Yeah, Rizzoli and Isles.
Rosalie Niles, yes.
And oh my God, if you want to see Sasha Alexander dressed up, I mean, she's normally dressed up in that show. Everything she wears was, just, oh my God. It was like crazy. And actually, come to find out, Angie, because I love that show, Rizzoli and Isles, because I like Angie Harmon, really.
Yeah.
Right. And I had read an article a couple years back. Angie Harmon liked doing the show Rizzoli and Isles, but she hated her character wearing pantsuits because Angie Harmon is technically a girly girl. She's not a tomboy, but she had to
Right.
play a tomboy on the show and pulled it off. I mean, she freaking pulled it off. And Lorraine Bracco or Bracho, however you say her name, she's older now. She had played on Rizzoli and Isles. I can't remember what other shows that she played on, but I always liked her acting. It was, I mean, but yeah. If you want to see Sasha Alexander dressed up, watch Rizzoli and Isles. Oh my gosh. Some of the dresses that girl wears just every day. Just like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yes, being a coroner, but she only is a coroner because that's what she wanted to be growing up. However, comes from a very wealthy family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But doesn't flaunt her wealth.
Huh?
But and that character does not flaunt her wealth.
No, she's just elegant.
Yep.
She's a lady. I mean, if you ask me, her character is the definition of a lady.
Yep. I agree with that.
And that's something that has been lost because you don't see that much nowadays.
You don't see. Yeah. It's gone.
No, almost. I will say, though, down here, I can find ladies who still wear dresses and still have some type of poise, at least,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
But you don't see it a lot, though.
No. So have you heard that 2 ex-NBA players are trying to get into the draft of the
women's.
WNCA?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because there was a couple girls who were wearing a clothing brand called XY or XXXY. And basically it's your gender is your gender. You don't get to go off and decide that you're something else just because you want to feel that way one morning while you wake up.
Right.
And she had some signs up because Sophie Cunningham has made a couple comments about how women need to be the only people who play in women's sports.
Right.
And so, and the girls were there supporting Sophie at a game. And in Seattle, they were at a Seattle game, and the owner of the Seattle Seagulls or whatever the fuck they call themselves, went up and bitched the girls out. It was like, you're just being straight up evil, and just may not be exactly what she said, but she played a Karen to these two 16-year-old girls.
Oh yeah.
And
No, they were younger than that, I think.
I think at least one was 16. The other one might have been like 14 or something like that. But they were young. Yeah, they were younger. They were underage. They didn't need to be talked to by the owner of a basketball team, and a
Right.
low performing basketball team at that. And but anyhow, after the news of this team owner bitching these girls out, yeah, you had two of the men's basketball players, and one of them's just going all out. He's got a wig on now, just playing it up to the nines. Like, why? What is, you got something against me being a woman? I feel womanly now. This is the new phase of my life, and just laying it on as thick as possible. And you can just sit here and just hear the left just go, well, you can't just suddenly be a woman one day. It's like, but you just said that we could,
Right.
and just turning it on them, and they just do not know how to take it. And so it's essentially, my standards fit me when I want it to fit me.
Well, and that's what the Democrats and the woke liberals have
Uh-huh.
been saying.
Exactly.
It's fluid. You can, you know, whenever you want to feel like a woman, you can feel like a woman. If you want to feel
Yeah.
like a dog, you can feel like a dog or a bear
Precisely. Yeah.
or a bird or whatever. And then now when someone else does it and is getting attention for it, oh no, you can't do that.
That's
Bullshit.
not fair.
What? Y'all do it? Y'all scream and yell at and cry and beat your fist at the top of your lungs and at the TV and get TV time for it. But yet that's like when that whole Me Too movement was in there,
Oh
or
yeah.
or a my choice, my body, my choice. I've used that term, with people, and they just look at me like, "You stupid son, bitch." What? I can use it. Screw
Exactly.
you. It's
My
it's
body.
my body, my choice. Just like a woman says, but oh my God, let a man say it. A white
Right.
man on top of that, an old white man. Oh no, that's
Especially if you're
wrong,
an old.
right? It's like, oh, how dare you? How dare I what? I don't know how to act at this age. I haven't been this age
Yeah,
before.
that's the first time I've been this young. So
So it's like, okay, whatever. But oh yeah, people hate it when you throw it right back in their face, and they can't fight it. They can't
nope.
argue it out or anything. It just makes them mad. It's like, well, welcome to life. Welcome to life. This is how it goes. Oh yeah, Reacher has a new season out. I don't know if y'all have watched that. That's
Nah.
actually good. Because the dude that plays Reacher, he's just a big muscled up guy. He just walks.
Yeah, he's just a muscle bound dude. I've seen
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
clips of him, but
But it's funny to watch him because he's a, he's a ex-military special forces, and he's
uh-huh.
quiet. He's quiet. Most of the time people talk to him, he just sits there and looks at him. And when he talks, it's like statements, because like in season 4, he had witnessed a suicide, okay, on a
Mhm.
train. And so the cops brought him in, and he just sat there, and the one detective came in, was just talking at him, and then asked him, what do you think? Asked him, didn't ask a question, you know, and he's like, huh? Huh? And Reacher just sits there. He's like, I didn't hear a question. And then the guy just looked dumbfounded, like, really? It's like, yeah, because I mean, he's not the type to get excited or anything or try and defend anything. He's just like, ask your question. I'll answer it. either right or wrong, I'll answer it,
Right.
But he didn't say that. It's, it's just funny to watch him, how he does in the show. It's actually a good season. The first three were good, and I didn't know season 4 was out. And Prime Video said, "Hey, the first 3 episodes of Reacher are out." I'm like, "Shit, let me watch them." But yeah, it's funny. He just walks up, he tells people what he's going to do,
Right.
or he's like, "You will do this," and they're like, "I know I won't." He just grabs them and just and
Slam.
they do it. He's like, I, "You're going to do it." It is actually a funny show, I think, even though it's a cop show. Because no, he wasn't special forces; he was an MP. But yeah, see, dude, that's why I say you need to get Prime Video. You can find all kinds of good shows to watch.
All right. If I ever get it figured out.
You just go to the settings on your TV or the apps and find.
What do you have? Do you have Roku or Fire TV or what?
Cable.
Just straight up cable?
Spectrum.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
then you may not have it. You may have to get like a Roku box or something.
Hold it. What kind of TV do you have, dude?
Vizio.
You should be able to.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, go to the homepage under apps and click it and find Prime Video and download the app and then sign in. Now that's a pain in the ass for a few minutes, but once you do it, it's good. And then you can switch to that and watch a lot of these shows that we talk about.
A lot of them are free, and you can rent them, and they're
Yeah.
rentable for like $2-3
Yeah,
for a
movies.
48-hour period.
Yeah. Well, well, the rental is good for 30 days, but once you start the
Yeah.
movie, you have 48 hours to watch it,
Yeah.
which I don't know. I don't know who would take 48 hours to watch an hour and a half movie or 2-hour movie, but hey, okay.
They are out there though, apparently.
Apparently, because that's an option.
Wow.
Because with me, if I'm starting a movie, unless it's real late at night, if I start it late at night, I might stop it, but the next day I'm going to finish it.
Ugh.
Right.
Because it's like, damn it, I paid for it. I ain't going to lose it.
Exactly.
That was $2.99. No, I'm going to watch that movie. But no, I don't. No, most of the stuff on Prime Video, like I said, you have an Amazon account. I know you do. So
yeah, I do.
Yeah, I know. So just sign in with your Amazon account and you can watch all kinds of shows, man.
Okay.
You would just have to go to your do you have a homepage when you start your TV up?
No.
You should.
What do you mean by homepage?
Well, like so when you turn your TV on, it's what, the cable just pops up?
Yep.
Okay. You do have a homepage. You would have to go into your settings and go to your homepage.
Oh.
Because you're a cable setup, and that's crazy, man. Because
he's got a television old enough that that doesn't have smart. It's not a smart TV.
It is.
Oh,
no.
it is.
It is.
So yeah, you would have to go to the homepage.
Yeah, you may have Google. You may have Google, or you may have might even have Roku. Who knows?
Who knows?
Usually, if it's but
A
I
Vizio?
don't think you do, because if you're opening it up and it's just instantly starting up on, well, no, you usually have to start it up on, at least for my Roku box. It's a Roku TV. You start it up, it starts up on the homepage. And you may be able to change that over to where it starts up on the last input that you set. But I don't know.
Yeah, when I turned mine on for the Spectrum anyway.
Now,
Yeah.
Spectrum is your cable. That's not quite the television itself. Sometimes the cable boxes now will have like YouTube and Netflix on there, but to have like Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and those types of streaming services, you have to actually install a app that for that particular operating system, which a lot of time 9 times out of 10 is Roku, but there's also the Fire TV and some Google TV.
Brian, hold
Yeah.
on here. A Vizio, because it's like my LG. My LG TV is a smart TV, but it runs off the WebOS operating system. And a Vizio used to be known as SmartCast, but they changed it to the Vizio OS. So his TV can get the apps like mine have. I've got the apps for YouTube and all them, Prime Video, Paramount Plus, all them, and so yeah, he would have to go to his home screen because since he just has the cable, like you said, he probably just leaves it on that page, and it just comes up and plays TV.
Yeah, which is HDMI 1.
Okay, well,
Is the setting that I have the cable hooked into.
right, and that's fine. But if you hit like the home button on your remote, does it bring up its own page?
I have no clue.
Because you've never hit the home button on your remote?
Nope.
Okay.
I
But
have never hit the home button on the remote.
well, you would probably find out your TV does a whole lot more if you would push the home button on your remote. And it won't hurt your cable. You can always go back to HDMI 1 and get your court TV. But your TV probably needs updates. So if you went to the home page and went to settings and said update, it would probably update. And then you get
it would. You know what? It probably would not update. It would go and just fucking
Just
go
spaz
into
out.
this. Yeah.
Ed,
What the fuck is all this shit?
right.
Yeah, I think my television would probably implode.
Yeah, no,
I've had this television, I think, like 10 years.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
smart TV.
I really don't think you've got a smart television. At least not the same style. Because
Probably.
my kids have had Vizio for quite a long while, and it wasn't until like 2020 that really started seeing a lot of smart TVs truly start making a big appearance. Yeah, they were around, but at the same time, I don't know. If you're about 10 years old, I would say there's a good chance you don't have a smart television.
hey, guess what I just read? Vizio, right?
What's the model number?
Oh, I don't think Duuude can find that.
I have no fucking idea.
That's what I thought.
I threw that box away fucking long time ago.
No, it'll be on the television somewhere.
Yes, you're right. It will be probably on the back.
But okay, check this out, Vizio. Hang on a second. Let me check because I want to. Oh my God, Walmart bought Vizio.
Yeah.
For $2.3 billion.
Yep. They own a Chinese television company now.
That's crazy. And Walmart, by July 25 last year, they ended sales of Vizio products in Amazon and Best Buy. and they're planning to transition Vizio into a private label brand available only at Walmart or Sam's Clubs by the end of
Golly.
25. And Vizio makes its TVs in Mexico, China, and Vietnam.
Where the labor is cheap.
Cost of living is cheap too.
Anything that's made over in China, Vietnam, what have you, it all comes down to their profit margin because of the wages they pay.
Right, but it's also because the cost of living is so cheap. Like like we talked about a couple months ago. You know, I mean, we'd be kings with the money we make in the Philippines, in Vietnam, in China. We'd be, millionaires over,
Yeah.
because it's so cheap. So that's where, and I'm not saying I agree with companies doing that, but that's the way it's been going for eons,
Because I think the United States is the only country that has a true minimum wage
Now
structure.
Nah, I was going to say, I think Europe, across Europe, all has one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's a lot of other countries that have minimum wages.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Now,
you making minimum wage in the United States, you ain't fucking. You're gonna be living in a fucking cardboard box next to the dumpster.
Thankfully,
right?
that way we don't have too many people we got too many being comfortable working at McDonald's. I mean, heck, teenagers can't get jobs anymore.
Well, they're paying $15 an hour.
Yeah, well, they're paying $15 to $20 an hour. Yeah, it's insane high. So yeah, a lot of adults who would rather just sit around and do their little stint and say that, hey, I work and don't need to have to worry about building up a skill of any type. They sit quite comfortably at taking up a teenager's spot where they could be and where somebody else could be making, you know, some they could be making a whole lot more money
Right.
if they just took the time to improve their value.
Apply themselves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody in this generation knows how to fucking apply themselves.
not normally.
One's under 30.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, most 20-year-olds still struggle with what does it mean to apply yourself?
Well, yeah, because their parents don't teach them.
Well, I mean, even back then, I mean, I know that the baby boomers used to complain about that Gen X was lazy.
I don't see how, because most of us were working, doing anything like baling hay, throwing hay, working.
Yeah,
in
but still, we were considered compared to what the greatest generation and baby boomers how they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lazy and inconsiderate and rude and everything else, and to a point, yeah, we were. And every generation is has got its faults. It's just sadly these days, now we're getting up to the point where the few millennials that actually had kids, they're facing those kids are actually entering into school, so everyone's really getting into the whole well, Gen Alpha is is a shit show. So it's going to be a shit show because heck, they can't even sit still without having their iPad in front of them nowadays.
Right. Well, and that's like a lot of because basically what's coming next up into the government are the millennials.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us, most of Gen X is like, nah, screw y'all. Y'all are dumb and stupid. So we left it to the millennials, and that's bad. And in another 20, 30 years, the younger generation now will be getting up in there, and that's when, because now the I've read a few articles on the newer generation, and I mean they see patriotism as trying to change laws and governments and all this stuff, and
Right.
that's not patriotism, but that's what they think it is. So that's why they don't go into the military or anything. I don't see how that works, but
But somehow they've done it that way. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
with
a lot of it is parents that weren't paying attention to to what was going on at the schools. And
oh no, that's exactly it. And most of the parents were so worried about their careers and stuff like this, you know, instead of their kids, and this is why we have what we have.
yep.
So that's that's just how life goes. Not saying it's right, not saying I like it, but what are we going to do about it?
Right. Gonna bitch about it.
Yeah, yeah, we are going to bitch about it. That's for damn sure, because we can.
Absolutely.
Because we drank from a hose and survived. We
Oh
didn't
yeah.
need warning signs on everything. We didn't eat Tide Pods.
We knew that if we were allergic to peanuts, to not eat peanuts.
Right?
And you're right. We didn't eat the Tide Pods because we were too busy eating dirt.
Exactly. And dirt's healthier than a Tide Pod, I'll tell you that.
Oh by God, by a long shot.
And in
Hell,
fact,
dirt's healthier than a lot of these fucking pre-manufactured meals we have these days.
right. And that is scientific proof. Kid, they when Breezy was young, playing outside, Breezy wanted to play outside in the dirt. Sticks and rocks, I tell you what, that girl was happy.
Yep.
She was the happiest. Come in, dirt all over her and everything like that. And she hardly ever got sick. And MJ and Mia, I don't know about now, but when they were younger, Britt wouldn't let them go outside and play a lot. And
Right.
I'm like, let them go outside and play in the dirt, because believe it or not, and it's been proven scientifically that our bodies get nutrients from the dirt that
Well, yeah, we also, when we're exposed to possible infections, that we actually have a better immune system.
exactly. But yeah, a lot of people think, oh my God, that's nasty, and drinking out of hoses is nasty. No, it it keeps you out of the doctor's office. You ain't got to pay $500 to go see a doctor. You know, you don't get
Yep.
sick a lot,
Yep.
and that's due from playing outside, getting dirty, eating dirt,
Expose yourself to sunlight
and grass. And I'm not saying take a spoon and shovel the dirt in your mouth. I mean, you can if you
well,
want, but
I mean, I don't know very many kids who didn't try an actual mud pie that their sister made.
Yeah, I remember them. Damn, I remember them.
Well, my mom told
Knowing
me,
damn good and well it was going to taste like shit, and still you're like, "No, that's horrible." Gritty, gritty, crunch, 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 crunch.
Right?
well, mom told me when I was younger that I'd go outside. We had a dirt pile. I had a tablespoon. I'd just sit there and eat dirt.
Huh? I mean, heck, whenever Jaden was like 2, we would set out, would go off and dig a little hole in the beach and set him in it. Well, he was younger than 2. He was about a year and a half. We'd set him in a little hole in the out on the beach when we were in San Diego, and we'd let him have a little bit of water come in and stuff. So and he'd sit there and he'd just be playing in the water. You'd see him grab a handful of sand and put it in his mouth, and he'd everybody was just their hair would stand up on end just because you could hear his teeth grinding on the sand. But shoot ya, strapping
Well,
young boy.
kept his teeth clean.
Yeah, took the sharp bits off.
Yeah. Yep. Electronics is killing kids.
Yeah, and parents have got to stop with the whole giving kids electronics just so that they, for their own peace of mind. Because most of the time, parents I just don't want to hear them scream. Well, let them scream. Does his lungs good.
If they're swinging it,
But
and if they're screaming at you, smack them back.
oh, if they're screaming at you, yeah, smack them around a little bit. Never hurt them. Lets them know. Oh, wait a minute. Don't piss mom off, because that winds up being bad for me.
Yeah, but nowadays you'd wind up on TMZ and in court.
Not in the state of Texas.
No, it's down here. I don't I don't think they have that problem down here, because kids are either really, really nice or they're just really, really mean,
Little
and the parents
fucking
don't
shits.
care.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell, are the parents ratchet as hell, because if they are, you can tell it quite easily, because 9 times out of 10 the kids are just little freaking shits also.
Yeah, but no, down here, a lot of the younger people are really, really nice, respectful. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. I mean, it's nice down here a lot of times.
Yeah, because common sense and what was the other word I was going to use? And their niceness was beat into them physically.
Yeah. Even today, parents are like, you ain't going to act like that. You ain't going to act like hoodlums or heathens or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been freaking looking at telescopes, guys.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Now, are you going for the high-powered one, or just enough to see in the neighbor's bathroom?
Dude, what was you going to say?
I was having that same thought.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm looking at one of the higher powered ones, so I could really see out into space, and because I've always wanted to see a nebula through a telescope.
Yep. Find Orion. The last star that you have at the tip of his sword is the Orion Nebula.
But yeah,
So
see, I'm the only thing is the size telescope I would need. I mean, it's not massive. It's I could get it for $1,700 brand new. It's an 8-inch Dobsonian, I think, telescope. And
is it one of the wider body telescopes?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an 8-inch telescope. Yeah, it's I mean, it's not small, but you see, I want to see I want to see nebula. Like me, Jim, and Dina went to this one bar, and we had dinner there, and they had a few drinks. I just drank tea, and this dude just showed up, and he pulled out a freaking telescope. I mean, the dude had a truck and an enclosed trailer, and he pulled out a stand, all this freaking telescope, a huge telescope, and set it all up, and was looking at stars and and the moon and stuff. And I'm like, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, he had a little stand. He was letting people walk up and look at it, look to it. I'm like, I'm getting in on this.
Heck yeah.
And so he, he had the moon brought up. Oh man, it was beautiful. And I got done, a few other people were looking. I was talking to him, and I said, can you see like Saturn and, nebula and deep space like that? And he's like, well, in this spot, no. He says, but up north, I've got spots where I go where it's dark. And he says, yeah, I can see them. really well. And actually, that night he just punched a couple buttons on because it was automatically controlled,
Yeah.
and he punched up, and it moved its own, and it. I got to see Saturn. It wasn't very big; it was small,
Yeah.
but it's tack freaking sharp. Oh my god! I was like, that is cool as shit. So, I mean, ever since then, I've been, kind of thinking about it and with the Perseid meteor shower.
Yeah. Perseids on.
Yeah, it peaked last night.
Yeah.
But I would just, I've always wanted to see nebula, and actually, I want to be able to take pictures of it, you know, with my Nikon,
Yeah.
and I know it's possible. It's just, you know, needing the money to get the proper telescope and the
And the connection and the adapter for your camera.
yeah, but that would be cool as shit, man. Get a tack sharp picture of actually a deep space nebula. That would
Yeah.
be awesome, man. And with the size that my freaking camera shoots at, because say I think it's like 6,300 pixels by 4,800 pixels each picture. I mean,
Yeah.
it's huge. It's huge. So I could gather, you know, I could get a lot just in one shot. That's just something I'm thinking of because I think it would be fun to do, you know.
No, that'd be a lot of fun. Quit cheating, Rain.
Cheating, right?
Yeah, Rain's cheating on Tug.
Oh, okay. You're at home then.
Yeah, yeah. I'm at home. Get to be go back on Sunday. So
Okay. That's cool.
yeah, and we're over in oh McAllister. Couldn't think of the name of the damn town. Y'all got some energy worked off? No? Need me to stand up? Oh, you'll want me to stand up and play. But yeah, we're over there for probably McAllister area for about 2 months. They said we have about 5 wells that we're going to be doing. So,
Oh, okay.
and rumor has it that one of them's a 3-hole zipper. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. Which means there's 3 wells that they're fracking basically while one's being perforated, where they take it what they call a gun, but it's just basically it's an explosive device that has a certain set of slugs in the sides, and so when it explodes, it shoots those slugs out, kind of a shaped charge, and throws it out into the through the casing into the rock, and so it perforates the rock and cracks the rock up, so you can actually put sand in and frack it or break it apart, and then and so a lot of times what they'll do is they'll send wireline down, they'll perforate the next stage, wireline will come out, they'll frack the job, and then rinse and repeat that for however many stages there are in a job. And so when there's a zipper, instead of having just going down and out, there might be like 2 or 3 wells all together on the same pad. And so what they'll do is while we're fracking one well, they're going down the other one and run wireline on it. And so they keep doing that. You keep going from one to the other, one to the other, and so there's a lot less downtime for the amount of holes there are on that particular well or a particular pad site. And so, and if there's 3, that gets even more hellacious, because if one well goes down, they've still got enough to where we can still be, we can still continue the zipper going. You'd actually have to have 2 wells go down, which happens from time to time.
Okay.
But yeah, there's it's it just means there's a shit ton of 'em running around when you've got that, because you're never fully slowing down enough to kind of catch a break, really. So you on a 2-hole, sometimes if somebody screws up, then yeah, you get a little bit of a downtime. But
Okay.
if you don't, then all right, well, let's let go. So there we go. So we've got that, but I don't know. I honestly don't know if that is if that's just rumor or if there's any truth to it. But that'll be something that we find out somewhere down the road whenever I go to the next well. And all of a sudden there's three Christmas trees parked on location, and I'll know, oh yeah, we've got hell to play. So
Well, you're just toting sand back and forth. So
sometimes now they've shifted the way the sand is done now. It used to be where they would have like you had it to where you could actually unload like 3 or 4 trucks at the same time. And now what they've done is they've changed it over to where we have changed the bottom of the trailers to be a T style. And so what they do is they use three different pumps to blow off one trailer at a time. And so it's instead of putting as much wear and tear as possible on the truck, it actually is easier on the truck because you pull in, they hook the hoses up, they blow you off. It takes about 20 minutes to offload, and then you just pull out and you go back instead of trying to find a way to back in and running over shit and all that. So you still have to. We still may end up having to shuffle, but it's not as relentless as it was beforehand, when we would have we'd be starting up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and get done at 5 o'clock in the mornings, and rinse and repeat. And that was a rough one. We're still kind of doing the whole 12-hour shift thing, but it's not near as bad. They may shift us, kind of have us start our day earlier than what we normally do, but I mean that's doesn't bother me quite that bad.
right. Well, I mean, you still making money by the hour, so
I'm still working by the hour, that is for sure. So we're good in that department.
right.
So but yeah, I'm still enjoying it though. It's still everybody I work with is actually a lot of fun to work with. So I don't have a reason to complain, really.
Well, that's good. Oh, I found out something.
What'd you find out?
For when I pay my phone off and
Uh-huh.
everything, and I can switch it to the GrapheneOS system, and if for
Right.
some reason I don't like it, I can switch back to
Yeah.
full Android.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. A lot of times there's a way to be able to back up the ROM that you're using. So
Well, no, this here you just when you install the GrapheneOS, it wipes the phone, and then
yeah, it'll wipe the phone, but you have a way of being able to back it up. You can actually make
no,
a file.
no, on the newer phones you can't. No, it GrapheneOS takes over the whole phone. And
Well, yeah,
hang
and that's
on,
the way they
let,
used to do.
let me finish. Let me finish. I found out if you want to go back to Android, you you just go to the website. I forget the website. I'd have to look it up, but and you can download that, and it wipes the phone again and totally takes off GrapheneOS out of everything, and then it puts Android back on it.
Right.
So
Yeah, if you've got the original Samsung or a Google Pixel ROM, yeah, you can
Well, see,
you can actually just refresh. I mean, I used to play change out ROMs on the what was it, Evo? Yeah, it had the what was it? I forget who the maker was. I think it was HTC.
I think so. Yeah, HTC Evo.
So, but yeah, I used to have the Evo, and man, I played with so many damn ROMs for that phone.
But see, the thing is, on these newer phones, you can't do that anymore. Samsung has locked their phone down. Uh, y- Samsung has the One UI, or the One UI, and it's at version 8.5 now, and you can't change it. You cannot change a Samsung phone. A lot of other phones, the name brands mainly, you can't change. Pixel, you can. Well, Apple, you can't. Apple is Apple. That's strictly
Yeah,
what
you
it is.
can't.
But yes, you can. Well, see a GrapheneOS is mostly just over for the Pixel, but they are adding Motorola in 2027. All
Okay.
the other phones are it's their operating system. Phones have been locked down now.
Well, I can understand them trying to lock it down just because if you're wanting your phone to be trusted as a business centric phone, then yeah, you've got to.
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, you've got a lot of tracking crap.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, they
too,
got a
you
shit ton
know,
of tracking shit.
and
Yeah,
I mean, this is why I'm wanting to try GrapheneOS on my Pixel, because Google can't track you. Nobody can track you.
oh, Google does a lot of tracking on you though.
Oh, I know, but you see, the thing is, with the GrapheneOS, if I needed, apps from the Play Store, I would open the Play Store up in a sandbox.
Right.
Okay, so it would only operate in that sandbox, and I could download the apps and operate the apps there, but it wouldn't go to the main part of the phone. So it couldn't find out my location, my contacts, my pictures. Because why does every app need access to all that? They don't.
No, not normally.
But they say, "Oh my God, you have to turn on all this for us." And it's like, no, I don't. You know, and that's what bugs me.
Right.
Because it's like, a game app that needs access to your contacts and your phone logs and all. No, that app doesn't need it. You know, that's why I'm kind of wanting uh this Graphene OS.
Right.
But if I don't like it, then I would have to go back to being tracked. You know.
Yeah. I mean, and I get that, and I understand that that's definitely something that if you can, if you can keep it from happening, that's a great thing to do because I mean, yeah, I mean, for everything that we have going on these days, yeah, the 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 tracking is, I mean, well, it's not even quite. Well, it's tracking. It's like they call it telemetry, and that's completely out of hand.
Right.
Because I mean that's where they make all their money at is I've got this guy here. We don't know who he is, but the guy who I don't know who he is named Rich. He you can have all his information. He's and we'll sell it for $3, and you know
Yeah.
and so they just swap money back and forth.
Right. Hey, check this out with the Graphene OS. Okay. you
Hmm.
know, you have password, or, a 4-digit PIN code or whatnot to
Right.
unlock the phone. Check this out. This is funny. There's a timeout. If you get 4 tries, on the 5th try, it times out for 1 minute. And on each each one, it goes up, and if if you try 7 times and still get it wrong, it locks the phone for 15 minutes. You can't do anything with it. And
Right.
then it keeps going up. On the 14th try, it locks the phone for 13 days.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's kind
then
of like what the iPhone, or well, it would use back when it was the iPod. The iPod was would do that, and I mean, there was times where if you weren't paying attention, you had it on in your pocket, it would sit there and it would try different combinations and stuff. You'd pull it out, and your phone would be locked for like 3 years, and so the only way you could
well,
unlock it was to go through and reset your phone through iTunes.
right. Well, and that's like this here on the 19th. On the 19th try, it locks it for 9 years. So if someone tried to get in my phone and didn't guess the 4-digit pin 19 times, well, by by the 10th time, it's locked for 4 hours. And then the 13th time, it's locked for 4 days. And then at the 17th, it's 1 year. So it's like, give it up. You ain't going to break it. You ain't going to break
You
into it.
forget where you left off.
Right. That's crazy. That is crazy.
That'll get a lot of people, give a lot of people the incentive to at least keep everything somewhat locked up. Not that they will keep it locked up, but
Right. Yeah, it looks like the older phones like the Galaxy S4.
uh-huh.
It used to be supported by GrapheneOS and like the Nexus 5, the Nexus 9, but they dropped support for them because those are older phones. Like, how many people would have a Samsung Galaxy S4,
These days, not very many.
if any? Because
Yeah, I don't.
seriously, what could you do with it? You know,
Yeah, not much.
right? I don't know. I wish I could see some screenshots of what it looks like. You know,
Yeah,
but I don't see no pictures.
really.
No, no, just text. Explaining what it does and everything and how it acts.
Well,
So yeah, that's the only thing. I haven't seen no screenshots. I'll find some somewhere.
that surprises me that there's no screenshots of for uh
Yeah,
for
man.
that for that OS.
Yeah, you would think they would show some screenshots. That's okay. I'll try it out.
Oh yeah. So, but
Dude,
anyhow, it's about 10 o'clock.
yeah, it's right close. Dude, you still awake?
Yep.
Nope. Oh, there he
Okay.
is. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump on into website of the week. And this one here actually is kind of an easy one. It's actually kind of fun. It is a collection of small, simple tools for when things feel too big or complicated, is what they call it. And it's at goblin.tools. And it
Goblin.
has things, yep, like a little green goblin, nose
Right.
goblin, you know,
.tool.
tools, TOOLS.
Oh, there it is.
You got things like the magic to-do list, and you can start off with stuff and take that whatever the project is, break it down, and if one of those items needs to be broke down, you can break those down. Text transformers for tone, so you got a formalizer, read a text for emotion, master, focus on one task at a time. That will actually help kind of lock everything when it comes available. They're still actually working on it. But when I was pulling that one up, but the professor, you enter something and it'll give you an explanation of what it is. So the consultant, the chef, the compiler, or so you can turn like enter your brain dump in here. So if you've got an idea, you could actually throw that into there, and it'll spit some stuff out. They even got apps for you. They got an Android and iOS app for the assorted tools. So
I
you want to
see that.
guess an activity's time frame, they got the estimator. So it's just assortment of tools that can help you or not. Might be just a complete and total distraction for you. But
It could be.
but anyhow, that's Goblin Tools for you. So
Now that I was looking at this, and like the consultant, that would be pretty cool, I think.
yeah,
You type something in here and it gives you the pros and cons and explains
right,
things out. Because sometimes when I'm thinking of something, uh, it it's like I'm trying to weigh the options, and I know my brain, like if I'm wanting to buy something and it's a little too much money and I don't want to pay for it, you know,
uh-huh,
I'll sit here and try and think of the pros and cons, but I know me, and I'll lean on the pro side more normally, and then wind up buying it, and then it was a stupid purchase. But I have gotten better at that.
right, yeah,
But say this here, I could put this in the consultant and it would give me the pros and cons.
it would.
This is kind of cool. And they even have a pro version.
Yeah, I never looked to see what the price is, if any, but yeah,
Well, I'm not seeing anything about price. I don't know. They would probably see. It just says it's a low monthly subscription. Doesn't say how much, but it is free forever, so you don't have to have the pro.
right. So with that, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll say thank you all, everybody who has taken the time out of their day to listen and see and hear what three friends have to say about what's going on in the world, what's going on in our lives, and just being a part of each other's lives as is the main part of why we do this show. And the reason we decided to turn it into a show is because, well, we've been doing it for a few years and decided, you know what, let's see what we can do if we up the ante a bit. And so we turned it on into a show, and not just a show. We actually have our live show. We are live lit and all that. If you're wondering how do you listen to us live, that is actually very easy. If you have a modern podcasting app, you go to podcast apps with an s.com. You will actually be able to find different podcast catchers that actually listen to and hear and understand what live streaming podcasts are, and we can actually stream and play the podcast for you in real time, and it will pop up within 90 seconds of going live. So instead of having to sit around like on Apple, sit around and wait until 3 days later for our new episode to appear, you don't have to worry about that. Thanks to the PodPing technology that you use in modern podcast apps, you've got the ability to know when a new episode drops, when the live episodes have gone live, and be able to listen and partake and be a part of the live studio audience, if you will. And the other great thing about this show is, if you noticed, we didn't do any type of advertising. We didn't break for an ad. We didn't break for a sponsor. We weren't saying we were sponsored by or anything like that. We just talked. And now it has come to the point where if we do have sponsors, we would like to talk to y'all. And that's because any sponsors that we have are our listeners, are the folks who are hearing us right now. You are the sponsor. And that is because we run this show on a value for value basis. That is, if we made you laugh, cry, think, groan, anything like that, then you have the opportunity to decide what was that emotional response worth. If we made you laugh and laugh pretty good, then okay, what was that worth to you? I can't make up the number because I don't know what you think the amount is, or that that laugh, what was it worth? Because it may be worth one of three things. It might be worth just your time. So you could take time to share the podcast out, share the episode, share the whole podcast itself out to your friends and family, enemies, neighbors, sisters, cousins, whatever you want, coworkers, what have you, and you can actually share that out with them, and that's one way of probably one of the greatest ways you can contribute to the audience is help us grow our audience even more, grow to a larger size. You can also take the time to ask questions. You can shoot us an email and correct us on something we stated that was wrong. Because I'll admit, at least for me, I'm talking out of my ass about 90% of the time. And so if you catch me talking out of my ass, then hey, state it. Let me know. Hey, you don't know what you're talking about, because you're right. I probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about it because it sounds right to me. Doesn't mean that it is right. And I'm always up for having a discussion. And if you want to have a discussion with me, you can do so by shooting an email. If you really want to guarantee that we would answer your email and have a serious discussion about it, then you can always send us a message when you send the treasure. But between the time and the treasures department, you actually have the talent. So if you're good at creating album art, love for you to create some album art, and send it our way. You can send it over to me at circlecast, circlecast at gmail.com. You can also send it over to Rich. That's R Chelson. That's RCHELSON at gmail.com. And if you want to send a comment or something over to the dude, you'll have to send it over to us, because nobody knows dude's email address, and that's okay. He is quite happy. You don't want to get on his bad side. He hurts your feelings. Made me cry 3 different times. It's not a pretty sight. and and so, but one of the third way that I briefly mentioned is treasure, and yeah, that is providing your hard earned money. How did we provide enough value to you that you're willing to part with some money? If so, then you can go on your modern podcast app. You can go in, and there's a support this show button somewhere on the on the podcast show page of that podcatcher. You can click that, and it'll bring up our PayPal page, and there you can actually choose how much you want to send. How often do you want to send it? Once a week, once a month, however often. How much do you want to send? Once a week, once a month? Or do you want to do just a one-time support? And you can do that too, all through the PayPal page. And I agree. I understand. Well, some people are just very standoffish with PayPal, but I've not had any problem with PayPal. So that's the one reason why we do it. Yeah, they're gonna eat their 3% whenever you check out. But that's kind of expected. That's normal these days, sadly.
Yeah, it's just like everybody else.
So
they take 3%.
Yeah. There's a couple places and I don't understand why they do it, but there's a couple places where they'll tell you what the price is until you say you're paying by card, and then they go, oh, and then they add the 3% to your bill. Yep. And it's like, oh, come on. And it's kind of, oh, did you hear about, what was it? I think it's Shake Shack over in one airport. I don't know if it's Chicago, O'Hare, or what, but there's an airport that had a Shake Shack. And if you didn't say that you were tipping, or you just bypass the tipping, it would come up and say, we've had an update on prices, and it would actually increase the prices of all the food that you ordered by about 10%.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, they're kind of deep water for that one. So
I hope so. That's
hell
just
yeah, that's rude.
Rude.
Yeah, 'cause sorry, if you're a fast food joint, no, you don't get a tip for being fast food.
No, you're doing your job. You get paid for it.
Yeah.
You're not
So,
doing anything extra.
nope. Now, if you want to stand there and sing Ave Maria while I'm eating my French fries, then okay, yeah, I may throw a couple bucks your way.
If you sound good enough.
Yeah, if you're good
Not
enough.
25 cents.
So,
No, I'll give you a penny because I got
give you a penny or two. But anyhow, so with all that said, I want to say again, thank you, all you dear listeners, and can't wait to hear what y'all have to say in the emails following next week. So, Rich, what do you got to say?
Well, I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners, all of our fans that haven't reached out to us. We would love to hear from you, your thoughts, your ideas, your questions for the dude. Like Bryan said, email us, rchelson@gmail.com or circlecast@gmail.com. And if you don't want to remember it, that's fine, because when in the podcast app, in the show notes, you can just click one of our
Oh, good point.
emails, because they are in show notes every week. And you just click and it opens up your email, and you can just type us an email and send it to us. We would love to hear from you. Honestly, we would. It would be really cool. So,
Yeah, it would.
because we are 33 downloads away from 10,000 downloads.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So last week we were at like 45 or something. So now we're down to 33. So we're very happy about that. But
Ever so slowly scaling to world domination.
we're trying, man. We're trying. I mean, if you look at the map, by golly, it's covered quite a bit, but it's not fully covered. We need to fully cover it. We need all the countries. I don't I don't
Absolutely.
I don't know if they have podcasts in Greenland though. They might, or Norway. I would think they do.
Yeah, I think Greenland just is or Iceland is just I think they just refuse to have anything to do with anybody outside of their town or their
It's
their country. So
it's possible, but maybe one day I'm hoping. And I mean, we even have downloads in Africa, man,
yeah,
all over Africa, really. So that's cool. But other than that, no, seriously, thank you for listening, and thank you for coming back, because we love talking, as y'all can tell, and we'd love to hear from you. And we'd love for you to send an email to me or Bryan, and for the dude, because we would love to get the dude's infinite wisdom on one of y'all's questions. So yeah, let's make that happen there. But other
absolutely.
than that, nah, seriously, thank you, appreciate you, and share this out. Tell everybody about us, and you know, who knows, we might make them happy, sad, mad, or glad, one way or the other. It'll be one of them. So that's about all I got. Dude, what you got, man?
Not a whole hell of a lot. See, the price of rice is up in China.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah,
I go up.
I think that might come down. No seriousness, as these gentlemen have just announced out. Again, thank you very much for downloading our podcast and listening to whatever decides to come out of our little pea brains, and is how we discuss it, and may drag a conversation on for 10 minutes or 10 hours. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you very much for listening, and I'll bring it back over to Bryan.
All right, and well, Rich, Ron, great to be able to talk with y'all again. Love having the the discussions because it's you never know what's going to happen. Never know what we're talking about. We don't actually converse and talk about what we're talking about on the show until the day we hop on to talk about the show, and then it is as it goes. So it's completely organic. Our discussion. It's the reason why it branches out like it does. we may start off with one topic, but by the time we're finished, we've had 13 other discussions on things that didn't ever actually came to be resolved. So, hey, it is.
We
So
are organic. That's
organic.
that's awesome. We are what, doing the Green New Deal or something because we're is that what it is? I don't know.
I don't know how I'd say we're part of the Green New Deal. I'd be complaining. I'd have to walk out if we were. So well, fuck this shit. Never mind. We're done.
I didn't know
It
the
was good
word.
knowing y'all.
I just pulled words. I just did like the liberals do and just make up words and
Just make new words up. Exactly.
smash them together, and why not? They can do it. I can do it. Me too, man. Me too.
Me too.
Bryan's Green New Deal has 5 leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Right on. So, but anyhow, but everybody, thank y'all for listening. Rich, Ron, I'm glad to be able to talk to y'all. It is always a great time to be able to come in and sit down and see what y'all are doing in y'all's world, and to be able to keep touch with how y'all's lives are going, and
Same here, Bryan.
and hear that we're all making it in one weird way or another,
and keeping the jism flowing.
something like that. But anyhow, all right, guys. Well, y'all have yourselves a good night. I know Ron needs to go hit the hay. He's got a busy day tomorrow. So y'all take care and sleep good, and we'll see y'all next Thursday. Till then, bye.
Later.
Peace out.
All right, guys. We'll catch y'all later.
See you later. See you, dude.
Yeah. Have a good week, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.